Hi, it's Karen here. Thank you for joining me. And today I thought we would paint this really loose little whimsy. It's an ode to the end of summer, really. It's concentrating on our white spaces again. So this is what we're going to be painting. So let's get started. Oh, hope you've had a good week. Oh, I don't know where the time goes. It just goes so quickly, doesn't it? Anyway, I don't know, but I've been rushing around today and kind of getting nowhere fast, really. I'm just going to activate my paints. Do you ever get like that? I don't know what I'm up to really these days. Anyway, let's have some fun painting. That would be good. So I'm working straight from the pan, not going to do any colour mixing. And what we're doing is we're just doing some nice generic shapes. And I'm not wetting my paper, so this is wet on dry. And we're just doing some really nice petal shape. Nice loose whimsy. And we're not worrying too much. But we are considering the white space in between. Now, I don't mind if that joins up a little bit. And I'm just gonna bring that round. These make really lovely notelets or birthday cards. They really do. And we're just gonna put a little one in here. Oh, forgot to tell you, I'm using my size 4 round brush. Okay. And I will be changing my brush up in a minute. Now, I'm just gonna put a little bit of rose in here on my tray, because I might just want a little touch of that. I bet you wondered what was in my tins, didn't you? Anyway, it's my paints. So, and then I know where they are, and it's a lot easier for me to use. So what I'm going to do is just grab a little bit of that rose, okay, just to loosen it up a little bit, and just a little bit of yellow ochre. And I am just mixing a really nice loose yellow ochre, just to kind of give me more of a peachy colour. Okay, now we're just doing these kind of half moon shapes, but just make sure that you do leave some white space in between. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Going into cerise pink, glorious colour, isn't it? And I'm just going to do now, if you just do a petal looking downwards, now if you want to, you can use all the same colour. So if you're using crimson, then you can use all your excuse me, you can use all your petals, your whimsy flowers, all in one colour. But I just thought it'd be nice if I just changed it up a little bit. Okay, still thinking about our white space. Okay, and then I'm just going to, I really do like that. I really love that pearl red, but I'm going to go into This is crimson, and I'm just gonna and they're really nice, easy, just very loose, generic shapes, petal shapes. You don't have to be too fussy with it, but it is important to leave that white space. That's very important. Okay, now you can go as close as you like. It's totally up to you. Going into Parole Red again. It's quite relaxing actually, because we don't have any, there's no drawing to do on this, which is absolutely lovely. There's no, you can really change the composition of your flowers right at the last minute really, so it can evolve really nicely, and that's really good because it doesn't put a lot of pressure on you then. That's really important. Now I'm happy with those. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my size 6 Japanese watercolor brush. Now this is it's got a bigger belly in this one, and I'm going to go into this is orange, it's cadmium orange, and what I'm going to do is just give a little shape there. It's kind of a nod really to the stem, to the center of the flower, but okay. We're just going to work our way around. I'm going to change this one up. I'm going to give it a bit of a fluffier head, and then just round it off. Okay, just changes it a little bit, which is always fun. And then this one here. Keep this consistency of paint when you're doing this piece, this part of the painting. Keep it nice and fluid, because it'll be easier for you to work with. Okay, so it's quite a thin body of paint that you've got on your brush at this time. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into that peachy colour that that I mixed up, which was the rose and the yellow ochre. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop just a little bit here, just bring that round just a touch, and then just drop a little bit on the top. Okay, now if you think these lines look too regimented, then you can just take them down a little bit, or make them shorter. It's entirely up to you. Just going to give it a little bit more of a point to the end, because I think that'll look quite nice. Now we've missed this one out, but what we're going to do is I'm just going to mix a puddle of paint up. I've got some green on my tray, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into forest green, I'm getting pretty low on that. I have to top my pan up. And then I'm just going to put a touch of lemon green in, just to zing it up ever so slightly. So we've got our puddle of paint. And then what we're doing is, oh, stray hair. We're just going to go where we did the center of the flowers. This one's not going to have, because he's pointing down. So we're just going to give him his green. I'm just going to turn you around, and then we're just going to put the stem on. Okay. Now we're going back in again, and I'm just going to bring. Now I've just caught the bottom of that. I'm not worried about that. That's absolutely okay. Now I'm just going to put this green little nod to the so it's got its stem, but that's going to disappear behind this petal here. And then, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a really nice generic leaf. Okay, don't get caught up on this. This is really nice and loose. Again, I'm just going to mix up more of my green. This time I'm just going to go into a bit of Van Dyke brown, or whatever brown you've got, just to darken it up ever so slightly, because I just want to put a little. Okay, we're still looking at our white space. So on here, I'm just going to darken that bit up there. And again here, we're just going to darken that bit up there. Just to soften it up a little bit and give us a bit more, just gives us another element to our painting. Okay. Just going to put another little, and just give him his little stem. And this one, I've put mine quite close together, but that's okay. So the stem will come down here, and we'll just bring his stem down there like so. Just going to put a few leaves in now, and I think we'll pop in a little leaf here, and again just a generic leaf, thinking about that white space. Okay, now I've joined that this leaf onto the stem. I didn't really want to do that, but hey, I think it looks okay. And then I'm just going to put another leaf in here, but we're not going to attach it to the stem. We're just going to give it a little tail. Okay, but concentrating and leaving that white space. I think I'll put in a little fun leaf here. Again, just thinking about the white space, going back into Van Dyke brown and just grabbing a little bit of that green, just to give me a darker value to my green. Okay, you think, oh, I want to bring that up a bit more, absolutely do that. That's the beauty about this little painting. It evolves on your paper, and I think that's a really nice free way to work. I'm just going to put a little leaf in here, reminding myself not to join it to the stem. Again, going into the darker green. And I think I'll put a little, I'm going to turn you round. I think I'm just going to put a nice little leaf in there. I'm not being precious with this at all. I'm really not. I'm just going to pop another little leaf in there. And don't forget to give him a little tail. And yeah, why not? Let's put a little one in there. Just swizzle you round. If you do forget your white space, don't worry. It absolutely is fine. Just don't get worried about it or caught up and think, oh, I've ruined my painting now. You haven't. You really haven't. Just going to bring that down just ever such a touch, because I wanted a little bit more white space in there. And I think, shall I put another? Yeah, let's pop another little leaf in here. Okay. Just grabbing a bit of Van Dyke Brown with my forest green, just to give me another value, a darker value, just to make the watercolour just a touch more interesting, and just gives me another depth. Okay, and I think I'm just going to put a little flore in there. Okay, now going back to my size 4 round, I'm going in to Parole Red, and what I'm doing is I'm just dropping in much more creamy consistency of paint, and I'm just dropping in some stronger colour, just to give me a little bit of tonal value. That's all we're wanting. Going into Cerise, and again just dropping a little bit in there. Now you can pop these darker tones wherever you feel that you'd like them, but main rule of thumb is from the bottom, the middle of the petal. That's always good. Okay, now if you just want to bleed that out a little bit, just go into your clean water and just move it around a touch, and that'll give you a softer edge. But if you quite like the defined petal shape of it, then just leave as is. Okay, just going in again, And I'm just going to start at the bottom and just move my brush around, okay. Just gonna maybe just take that out a little bit, just move it around so it's a softer, it's not such a hard line, okay. And finally this little chap down here, and we're just going to again go in with our stronger colour. More of a creamier consistency of paint on this, and just move it around. Okay, I'm just going to put a little bit of Pearl Red in there because I just think that just give it a bit of a zing. And then finally go into your rose colour and just give it just a final little zhuzh. And there we have it. It's a really fun little nod to summer. I'll bring it up, but it is quite wet. Concentrating on our white space. And this is the one that's dry. But what I'll do is I did a different composition on this one. So there's that one. That was just move the composition around a bit. If I bring them into shot, hopefully you'll be able to see them okay. Can you see them okay? Not very well, she says. Hope that works for you. Hope you can see okay. Well, I'll say goodbye and see you again soon. Take care. Bye.